Is this the greatest American car ever made? For decades, people have argued about Mustangs, Chargers, Camaros, and even modern supercars. But one machine keeps showing up in every serious conversation, the 1967 Chevrolet Corvette 427. This wasn't just another fast car from the 60s. This was America building a monster powerful, enough to scare the entire road. Loud, aggressive, beautiful, and completely unapologetic. The Corvette 427 became the definition of raw American performance. And honestly, even today, many people still believe no modern car has captured the same feeling. So what made this machine so legendary? And why do people still worship it almost 60 years later? Let's find out. Back in the 1960s, America was obsessed with speed. Muscle cars were exploding everywhere, and every company wanted to dominate the streets. Ford had the Mustang, Dodge had brutal V8 monsters. Pontiac was building the GTO, and Chevrolet knew they needed something truly special. But instead of building just another muscle car, Chevrolet created something different. The Corvette was lower, sharper, faster, and far more exotic than most American cars at the time. It looked like a fighter jet compared to ordinary street cars. And when the 427 engine arrived in 1967, everything changed forever. The first thing people noticed about the Corvette 427 was the sound. The moment that giant V8 started roaring, it didn't sound like a normal engine anymore, it sounded alive. Deep, aggressive, violent, and impossible to ignore. Back then, hearing a Corvette 427 from far away instantly grabbed everyone's attention because people knew something serious was coming down the road. Modern cars today may have more technology, but very few cars still create that same emotional reaction. And then there was the design. Even now, the 1967 Corvette looks stunning. Long hood, aggressive curves, side vents, hidden headlights, chrome details, and one of the most iconic silhouettes ever created in automotive history. Chevrolet somehow managed to build a car that looked elegant and dangerous at the same time. That's extremely rare even today. Most modern performance cars either look too futuristic or too complicated. But the Corvette 427 had perfect balance. It looked clean, muscular, and timeless. But the real reason this car became legendary was simple, raw power. The 427 cubic inch V8 was an absolute monster, especially for its era. Depending on the version, some models produced over 400 horsepower, which was completely insane in the 1960s. And unlike many modern performance cars, there were no complicated electronics controlling everything. No traction control, no driving assists, no giant touchscreens saving you from mistakes. This car demanded respect. If you pressed the throttle too hard, the rear tires would explode into smoke instantly. Driving a Corvette 427 felt dangerous, and that danger became part of the excitement. But of course, not everyone agrees it's the greatest American car ever. Some people believe the Mustang changed car culture more. Others think the Dodge Charger or Pontiac GTO better represent classic American muscle. And honestly, that debate will probably never end. But what nobody can deny is the impact the Corvette 427 had on automotive history. It wasn't just another fast car. It became an icon recognized all over the world. And maybe that's the real reason people still love this machine today. The Corvette 427 represents an era when cars had personality, when engines sounded alive, when driving felt dangerous, exciting, emotional, and unforgettable. It reminds people of a time when performance cars weren't built mainly by computers and marketing teams. They were built by engineers chasing speed, power, and adrenaline. Even after almost 60 years, the 1967 Chevrolet Corvette 427 still feels legendary, and honestly, that says everything. Very few cars survive decades while keeping the same level of respect, admiration, and emotional impact. This car didn't just survive history, it became history. Think the 1967 Chevrolet Corvette 427 is truly the greatest American car ever made, or does another legend deserve that crown instead? Let me know in the comments, because this debate might never end. And if you love legendary cars, classic muscle machines, iconic engines, and the craziest automotive stories on the internet, subscribe now, because this garage is only getting started.